Good morning, traders. So, using Bill Williams' theory, how do we trade the Aussie today? So, yesterday was quite as expected day. So, we were expecting a gap up. We got the gap up and we ran, I think it was like 800 points or something. Well, almost 1,000 points, 950 odd points that we rallied, which seems to be a pretty normal day for the Aussie at the moment. And I think the important thing here is that we tagged all these inside tails here. So I can actually just put it up to that tail there. So every single one of these inside tails is been closed. So there is a daily gap still up here. But this level that we tagged is very much an area where you would expect sellers to step in. Okay, now we did break through this wedge. Wrong line. So we did break through this daily wedge here. But, this could also just turn out to be, if I do that, you'll see what I mean. So this could turn out to be a channel, a big daily channel. So I don't have the channel Fibonacci, but if you actually put a channel Fibonacci on here, you'll find that this is the center line, the 50% of this channel. Okay, so let's just delete those. Don't trust them anyway. So this is the level we need to watch, and if we look at the daily, in one day we've basically pushed up to the top, and you'll probably find on the 4-hour that we are in oversold territory right there. Sellers stepping in, plus we closed off with kind of a hanging man. Now, there's been quite a bit of political noise overnight, specifically around trade wars. So let's just have a look. Rand dollar 13.91, not much change from yesterday. 10 cent is up 1%. Okay, the S&P was up, and the Dow futures was up. So the Dow was up yesterday, but they did have a bit of a sell-off at the close, so as there was some political noise coming through around trade wars. So anyone's guess at the moment. I think if we look at the 4-hour, this trend is still down, so we should still be looking for shorts. But I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, so the thing that is bugging me is we do have a higher high here on price, but if you look at the oscillator here, we've got diversion. So there's a strong possibility we can have a pullback. But the question is whether it's a continuation of this downward trend or if it's a pullback to create a higher low. Okay, we've got a daily gap at the bottom and a daily gap at the top. So we've got two magnets either side. If we look at the 1-hour, okay, this is looking like a double top. So we've got a reversal bar here with confirmation, then we rallied up, and then we've got an engulfing bar. So that's 1, 2 patterns, and oscillators all grouped in the right area. This is definitely looking like we're going to get a pullback. Now, bear in mind, guys, this trend is very, very, very strong at the moment. So if you look at the hour or even the half hour, the trend of yesterday was a strong trend. So there were a lot of buyers stepping in. So this could very well pull back. We could pull back as far as that. You see these inside tails here. So in other words, this becomes a consolidation and heads closer to the alligator, and then we break the upside and we get the second move. Okay, or alternatively, we break below this pin bar, then you have a double top. And I'm going to be a little bit conservative on this and just see what lines up. Okay, so that would be a double top and probably come back to tag either that tail or that tail there. So it'll be this tail or this tail. Okay. So that's kind of the view. I mean, this would make sense if we can pull back closer to the alligator, then form some kind of a base on the 12-minute. Okay, form some kind of base on the 12 minutes and then rally back to the upside. We've also got the 12-minute 200 moving average here, which we broke through quite convincingly before going sideways. So for me at this stage, two things could be happening. This is either a consolidation, okay, or alternatively it is turning out to be a double top. Okay, so break below 45,519 will give you downside, and my downside targets is definitely going to be one of these two breakout levels here, which is 45,166 or alternatively 45,100. Okay, this is also the area where I'd look at shorts, sorry, at longs. Listen to me. So if we do sort of start moving to downside and we fail to break above this level here, 45,817 is well worth taking a short, very tight stop. So I would kind of run a stop above this fractal level here, there. That's kind of from where we are now, 391 point stop loss. Okay, so that's kind of my view of the land at the moment. I'm not convinced that we're going to rally. So either we're going to sort of meander down a bit, come and test the alligator and then move up. So, for me the rule is quite simple. If we do break below this here, it's going to be a break of the fractal above the alligator's teeth, and that is not a valid signal. Okay, so what you want for a short is I want to break a fractal like this one here. There's a fractal there. So I'm looking for a break below this fractal, and I want to be underneath the teeth, this red line of the alligator. Okay, same thing when you're heading to the top. This fractal break here, look where the alligator was. It was above the alligator, so it's a valid signal long, and there's your long. Okay, so this fractal break here is not going to be a valid signal. And that's the only reason why I'm saying I'll hold off on any shorts at the moment. Even if it does break below this and come down to here, I'd rather look for the long. Because we've had a fractal break here above the alligator. Okay, we've had a crossover the alligator, we're pointing up. So what I'm looking for is any kind of pullback for a reason to get long. Okay, that's kind of my take on this at the moment. I'm also, with this nice solid daily bar, I'm also of the opinion that there is potential for a move to the upside. And what I'd like to point out though is this is potential for a weekly double bottom. And that basically means my neckline is up there. And if you look to the left, you can see all the tails sitting at this level of 49,257. And that in itself could be pretty interesting, because if we break above that, then we have a fairly strong, we will have the potential for a very big move. Basically there. And that would take us back to, not quite all-time highs, but back into this high zone. Okay, but ultimately we're going to have to sort of break through the alligator on the weekly as well. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today. And you can see here, yesterday I said to you, trade the closing range breakout, which was this one here. Okay, and we basically broke it and ran away with it completely. So I would pretty much look at the same thing again today. So we do have this 200 moving average playing around with us as well. So Now break below kind of doesn't quite line up with the area that I'd be interested in. So this is the area I'd be interested in here. Okay, so that's 45, 135. That's somewhere around there that I'd be interested in getting in long. Alternatively, we're looking to see what happens with price action. If we do break above this fractional at the open, so this is, let's do this. So looking at the 30 minutes, this is the fractional level to break. So in other words, if we do break above this, you're looking for a stop below this fractional. So you put a trade in up there, and you've got a 323 point stop loss. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. But looking at the higher time frames, it does look a little bit wary, and these two signals here, signal bars, actually worry me. So it's almost like I would expect a pullback. And so long as we're above this alligator, we are trending up. So I'd be only looking for longs, and I think that's kind of the attitude I'm going to adopt to this. So I'm not going to chase the shorts, wait for the short to play out. And somewhere I'm hoping in this area here. Okay. And that would give me an opportunity to be long. Sorry, there's another level here which you can pay attention to, which is this fractional here, which would line up with the alligator quite nicely. Okay. So, yeah. Can't play shorts for me anyway because this fractional is not below the alligator. So fractional break below is not a valid signal. Rather wait for the next setup to get in long. And that's the trade I'm looking for. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. If you are going to take this short, if it does gap down, be very careful. Keep that stop really, really tight. Maybe even look at a trailing stop. But I think for me, even if we do rally to the top here, if we do rally to the top, that would be a fractional break above the alligator. That would be a valid signal for me for a long. So break above the high of yesterday will be a valid signal. Okay, so that's kind of my view. I mean, your target would probably be gap close, because gap close is going to line up with the 200 moving average there. There we go. So target to the upside would be 46,200. Not a massive trade. 300 points. Okay. But that's kind of my view for today. I hope that helps, and I will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.